The smallest acts of kindness can lead to the biggest changes in life. The Angel's Reward, Part 2. Sarah sat across from David and Lisa, feeling overwhelmed by their words. She had never expected anything in return for helping Mr. James. "I didn't do it for recognition," she said softly, stirring the coffee she had barely touched. David smiled. "We know. That's what makes it so special." Lisa reached into her bag and pulled out a sealed envelope, sliding it across the table. "Dad wanted us to give you this." Sarah hesitated before opening it. Inside was a handwritten letter from Mr. James. "Dear Sarah, I always believed that kindness was the greatest currency a person could offer. You, my dear, have been wealthier than most. Every Thursday, you gave me more than breakfast. You gave me dignity, warmth, and the feeling of being seen. I kept track, you know, not just of the meals, but of your kindness, your patience, the way you carried yourself despite working double shifts. I watched you give your best to others, even when it seemed you had little left for yourself. That is why I asked my son and daughter-in-law to meet you. They run a bookstore, much like the one my Margaret and I built together. They have an opportunity for you, if you're willing. You once told me you dreamed of a more stable life for your little girl. I hope this helps. With gratitude, your friend." Mr. James' tears welled up in Sarah's eyes. She looked up at David, who smiled kindly. "Dad told us about your struggle, balancing work, raising your daughter, making ends meet. We wanted to offer you something more permanent." Lisa leaned forward. "Would you consider moving to Boston? We need a manager for one of our bookstores. A stable job, better hours, benefits. You'd have time to be with Emma, time to breathe." Sarah's breath caught in her throat. A bookstore, a real, steady job, a chance to be there for Emma instead of working endless shifts at the diner. I don't know what to say," she whispered. Lisa smiled. "Say yes." 2 months later, Sarah stood outside her new workplace, a cozy bookstore with warm lighting and shelves filled with stories waiting to be told. Emma held her hand, her little eyes wide with excitement. "Mama, look, books everywhere," she squealed. Sarah smiled, feeling the weight of years of struggle lifting. She glanced down at the locket she now wore, a gift from Mr. James before she left town. Inside was a tiny photo of him and his late wife, Margaret. A small note tucked inside the locket read, "Kindness always comes full circle." As she unlocked the bookstore doors for the first time, Sarah knew one thing for certain. Helping someone in need had changed not just Mr. James's life, but her own. And in that moment, she realized she had been the angel all along. The smallest acts of kindness can lead to the biggest changes in life. The end.